So there's a lot of misinformation about what's working on YouTube right now. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down a secret that I found on YouTube that ultimately helped me get not just only a gold play button, but 3 silver play buttons. And you can apply this in 2024. I want to wish you a happy new year. And what's cool about this strategy is that you don't need a better camera. You don't need any significant levels of talent. You don't really need to improve your video skills. And you actually don't even need to be very consistent with this strategy. I actually found a cool way to ethically hack into people's brains. The power of using the YouTube search bar, which is free, to come up with video ideas that people ultimately want to watch and to come up with evergreen video ideas. Why is this such a secret? Well, the problem that 99% of creators struggle with is they're making videos that nobody wants to watch, or they're looking for video ideas and they're looking in all the wrong places. Like some people are also looking for love in all the wrong places. But ultimately, we're going to use these 3 title formulas. And the first one, number 1, is how to. Number 1 is how to. So for DIY and woodworking is our first niche from the Dad Cave, and I'll switch up the niche on each formula. We're going to go to the YouTube search bar and we're going to type in how to build a table. Okay, so ultimately what we're tapping into in this powerful secret, maybe you've heard of this before, but most people don't understand even how to use this tool or ways to use it. So I promise you, you're going to get a couple insights that are going to help you get more views in 2024. So what we're using is when we tap into the YouTube search bar, it's doing a couple things for us. Number 1, it's revealing what people are actually searching. So if you type in how to, it's the predictions, this autocomplete is letting us know what people are actually searching. So if you have a woodworking channel, so you could type in woodworking and immediately you start getting all kinds of video topic ideas, woodworking projects that sell, woodworking project ideas, woodworking tools. Great. So you could take your topic, your niche, and you can start brainstorming different video ideas. Now, this is better than AI. This is better than other tools. Those tools are fine too. But the reason this is powerful is because it's actually based on data of what people are actually searching on YouTube. So it's verified that people are interested in these topics. It's not just like, hey, ChatGPT, like what are 30 video ideas? Like, okay, great. But those are these video ideas. What if we could actually verify what people are interested in? And so if we take in something like woodworking, you can take your topic and you could say how to, and even though how to woodworking is kind of a bad sentence, immediately I start getting this rich list ordered by most searched to least searched. So how to do woodworking projects, how to woodworking video, how to start woodworking as a hobby, how to start a woodworking business. And then this is where things like human psychology come in such an important way. For example, human psychology, understanding of who are you trying to reach on YouTube, understanding of what's the type of person you're talking to. And what I mean by that is, if you're trying to do YouTube woodworking as a hobby versus as a business, that's like 2 entirely different mindsets. So it'll help us kind of drill down. And what we can do is you don't just like take it at face value. If it's how to start woodworking as a hobby or how to set up a woodworking shop, this is why the first formula of how to is what you want to start playing with. Like how to build a DIY could be the next thing you think about, because the community member that shared this niche shared DIY in woodworking. So how to build a DIY chair, and then DIY how to build a folding campfire chair, may be irrelevant because you're not going to do folding stuff, but maybe you are. So you start going down this rabbit hole, how to build a do-it-yourself table, wood, and then a couple things that we begin to learn. 1, if you hit a dead end and nothing is predicted, it should cause you to pause. 2, if you hit a dead end, it's okay to go back and then start reworking it. Because if you go, well, Sean, it doesn't work for me, nothing is predicted, that should cause you pause, because that would indicate that no one is looking for those videos. Now, doesn't mean you can't make that video. There's a whole other approach to YouTube by having a lot of curiosity. Even the title of this video is I Found a YouTube Secret. That's not actually a search. It's not a how-to term. It's even a different approach in the way I package this. But don't get it twisted. One of the best ways to start is to start with the search-based, revealed by YouTube insights that YouTube gives you. In fact, I'll give you 3 reasons why this is so powerful, and we'll go into these other formulas as well. But the reason this is so powerful is because, again, here at Think Media, our commitment to you this year is to help you win on YouTube, help you get into the top 2% of YouTube creators, which means get over 10,000 subscribers, help you do this full time. And also we deeply study not just sort of like the what to do, because everybody knows what to do. Like everybody knows that it's New Year's and like you should eat better and like work out and like cut out toxic friends. But the what to do actually isn't the hard part. It's more like the psychology, the momentum. How do I get myself motivated? How do I get out of a rut? So the 3 reasons why this is powerful is because you start with easy videos. Like when you reveal, some of the formulas that we're going to use and what it's going to reveal for us are going to give us what we're looking for is like, oh, that'll be an easy video. Some people overcomplicate YouTube. There are videos you could make in 2024, shot just on your smartphone. You don't need a fancy camera with very basic beginner information. But the reason why you'll succeed is because you identified a particular topic. It wasn't because of a fancy title or thumbnail. Let's improve those as well. Because you did better research using the tools that YouTube gives you. And in doing so, when you identify a particular video, it doesn't mean that it has to be hard to be successful. So you start with easy videos. Number 2, you start with videos people want to watch. We know that for sure, because if you follow the process I'm going to be breaking down here, we have verified that people want to watch them. And number 3, check this out. You'll get guaranteed views. I can't guarantee you'll go viral. You probably won't, but I can guarantee you'll get views. Because if you do this right, it will lead to views. Because instead of just making random videos that no one's actually looking for, you're creating strategic videos that people want to see. So title formula number 1 is how to. Let's go to number 2, which is versus. One of my favorite kind of videos, versus. All right, so the next topic, I'm just clicking these randomly in StreamYard. MRA's got a channel on passive income and financial freedom. Okay, so I'm going to assume it's maybe personal finance of some kind or passive income. Okay, so let's talk versus. So let's go back to how to. So how to make passive income. Great. This was number 1, formulas, how to, and then fill in the blank, how to make passive income with ChatGPT. What I'm looking for now, because you know your niche better than me, okay? So how to make passive income with ChatGPT and Medium. These are interesting. And we'll get to this a little bit later, but actually typing in the search, like using the search bar, discovering the topic, and then seeing what's on the other side can give you a lot of insights as you're brainstorming. But here's all I was looking for. I was looking for 2 things to compare, and I found them. So let's use ChatGPT versus some other stuff. In fact, one of the things that's most powerful about this is I don't even know what the other stuff is. We're about to find out together live. ChatGPT versus, whoo, now my heart has been tickled. My heart goes beep, beep. What are we? Okay, relax. So ChatGPT versus Stockfish. I don't even know what Stockfish is. Now you might, and I know you were saying passive income, but what we want to do is follow this rabbit trail of curiosity. And if we can make money with ChatGPT, could we make money with Stockfish? So you're saying your niche is passive income, financial freedom. Great. But what we want to actually do is then within your niche, focus in on, okay, what are some ways of creating passive income? There's literally thousands. Okay, great. Are you doing some stuff with AI? Now, I'm making a lot of assumptions. If you're like, I know nothing about AI and ChatGPT, well, you have 2 options. You could go research for 10, 20, 30, 40 hours and then turn that into a video. It could be very effective. You'll get smarter in the process. This is literally why the content creator career is the greatest career. If you love the topic that you're into, because for some, it might sound awful to go research for 20 hours. But if you're researching and reading about and studying what you love, then it's kind of fun to do it. Sure, it's work still, but it's kind of fun to do it. And then it's a benefit to the viewer, because I would love to watch a video about Stockfish and some other things, understand what the different opportunities are. So let's say like ChatGPT versus Stockfish. We're going to do the search. It's a meme, maybe. I don't know what it is. Okay, broke chess, just solved chess. Okay, so ChatGPT. So by the way, this is why you also got to go deeper, because apparently what that was maybe ChatGPT beat a chess bot or a chess AI, perhaps. So let's actually go ChatGPT versus Bard. I do know what Bard is. The showdown, great. Now, where we could go is deeper on this, and give me a couple more niches, because let me try another one here. But ChatGPT versus Bard, like make money, or let's go money. I'm just going to press enter here, because I'm wondering about, people are obviously making money, which is right for you. Okay, great. So, and I might abandon this path because I'm still trying to get into the head of what your niche is. But let's say, let's go passive income, real estate versus stock market investing. That would be a direct passive income comparison. Which one will make you more money? Which one is more passive? Which one is more, and in versus, of course, this is Dave and Dave's influence, but that's a lot of views, 1.4 million views. It's not even close. Bigger Pockets, 23,000 views. So that would be another way to think about versus. But let's do one more on this title formula. Or one more niche. Tell me your niches. Tell me, I'll go back up to find one. Off the grid cooking, Katie's Camp Kitchen. So we're talking about 3 YouTube topic formulas that, if you use these wisely, will lead to guaranteed views in 2024. And our first one was how to, our second one is versus, and our next niche here on versus is camp off grid cooking. So I need information. You already probably have this. Let's go tents for camping. Number 1, a good video. Top 5 tents for camping. What's interesting is on the other side is kind of a side quest here, is how many of these are faceless videos. See, people are out here trying to buy now, and you probably should, because if you're building a personal brand, maybe like this person, you've actually been there and it's your own footage and you've tested it. But these top 2 videos, just again as a side quest, are like scripts written from ChatGPT, random B-roll of stuff, and then like probably affiliate links. Oh, they didn't even link it up. Somebody didn't do their job. US and worldwide links, no links. So anyways, you can see that this is a faceless channel. What that should inspire is just the fact that there's more videos you can create without having to go buy every tent in the world. It is, in my opinion. Or you might say, hey, I'm doing a rundown. I haven't necessarily tried all these, but I've researched this magazine, an outdoor magazine, and I did this, and I called 2 friends, and here's now the final list. This is the one I've tried. I've tried this one as well. Here's the other 3 that are popular. Those are out of my price range. Like, you could get into more affiliate marketing stuff, again, without having to like buy a lot of products. But that was a niche side quest for those that are fans of the channel and know some of these topics that we talk about a lot. So here's what I'm after. I am after, North Face, White Duck, Coleman, Eureka. So I'm going to say White Duck tent versus. So right there, here it is. Here's the secret idea. The only thing that came up, at least in terms of these 2 brands, the only thing that came up was White Duck and Kodiak tent. So what that tells me, though, is, again, you can't get romantic if you're like, well, and I bet Coleman's on there too, but if like Coleman doesn't come up, you can make the video, but don't be surprised when it doesn't get the views. Using this process is key because we're verifying interest. Like, imagine if you were going to go to a friend's house, they're throwing a party, you're with your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, and you're like, hey, we're going to a party tonight. And your wife goes, are you sure the party is happening? Do you know it's happening for sure? And you're like, yeah, I mean, I think it is. And she said, it's 2 hours away. Like, I don't want to drive 2 hours if you haven't even got a text back and you're not sure the party is happening. And you're like, well, I don't know. I think it will. And so then you get in your car, you drive 2 hours, you get there, the house is locked, the lights are off, and the party's not happening. What's my point of sharing that? My point is, if you haven't verified that the party was happening before you went on the 2-hour journey, then you're going to be really frustrated when you get there and there's no party. Too many people make YouTube videos where they haven't verified the topic they're about to make. They spend hours of work creating the video. They spend all this thought creating the video, and then they're disappointed when the party's not happening and there's no views. This is why we're verifying interest. So if I'm going to make not only a versus video, which by the way could lead to a lot of monetization opportunities, I'm going to go Kodiak tent versus white duck, because that was what was recommended to me. On the other side of that, I'm going to say, okay, Kodiak versus spring bar tents. Interestingly enough now, and we're not spending, I'm going to keep moving through these formulas, but I don't even know if anyone's made this video, because spring bar, unless spring bar is white duck, and again, forgive me for tent ignorance, I don't really go outside. That's not true, but kind of. The last tent you ever buy, so the white duck, but this white duck is not even being compared. And this is what I mean when I say every day we discover video ideas at Think Media that have not been made. For people who say YouTube is crowded, for people who say YouTube is oversaturated, I'm like, well, then why has nobody made the Kodiak tent versus the white duck tent video yet? People really want to see it. And you compare those two tents with affiliate links. Now you got passive income, 50 to $100 a month coming in passively, and that video will be watched for the next 3 years. Time to get the tents. Maybe borrow one. Do you have one of those? Now let's try one other one. Let's go like, what was it? Kodak, Colgate, Coleman tent. More popular. This is also why it can be powerful to cover more popular products, because people are actually searching for them. So the Coleman tent versus the Ozark Trail tent. Great. Okay, here you go. This is a good thumbnail. Coleman versus Ozark Trail. Nice versus, nice thumbnail. 10,000 views. Very niche topic, but really great for your library. Arguably not super difficult to make. These are affiliate links to a $300, $200 tent. Here's a $305 tent. And I would argue this video is ranked and going to be ranked for a long time, if not, ever. You got another one here. Also, for a new channel, Outdoor FAQs, remember what we talked about earlier? Only 70 subscribers, but 409 views. The views are out influencing the channel's influence. Why? Because of following the research, following this process, following this YouTube secret of using YouTube topic formulas to ultimately come up with great video ideas that, again, no fancy camera needed, not even a ton of talent needed, just some experience. And thus hit number 3 is best. Now, I'll tell you about a resource we have in just a second that'll just give you even more of this, but these 3 are a really good place to start. So how to versus and best, and we're using the YouTube search bar. So let's go gaming news, Nerdcore, Nerd Cave. Best PS5 games 2023. Now, okay, that's some big competition, but a proven formula, right? So, and that was handed to us. That one might have been a little bit more obvious. Top 10 best PS5 games. Now, watch Mojo. It's going to be hard to beat them. Push Square. Never heard of them, but maybe they're on the rise. Push Square makes sense. Okay, the square button on a PS5. Smart. Trademark even. What is this new channel? Okay. But what would be the opportunity here would be to go deeper. So let's actually go best PS5. And what we want to do, and here's now some tactics around the search bar. Best PS5 space. Because I was leaning indie, but indie games. But then also notice that I know you said gaming news, but notice just all the different insights we're getting here that could lead us different directions. The best internal SSD. Now, again, another big opportunity. You're a gaming channel, but what's the best internal SSD? Best bang for your buck size, works with the machine the best. That's another money-making opportunity for affiliate marketing, because you could link to the SSD drive on Amazon or Newegg or wherever. Internet settings. Now, again, if you're gaming news, you might not be as practical as this, but notice this is very interesting. But I was leaning more indie games. So we go indie games. and I put another space. Keep going deeper is one of the tips on the search bar. Best PS5 space, indie space games. So then you get best indie horror games, PS5, and then it does stop. Like I think it pretty much stops here. But you now could take it further, meaning you could say 2023, you could say other nuances like that. You might end up saying top 5, top 3. A lot of people doing top 10 lists. There's some fascinating reasons to do top 50. Ultra long form videos, quote unquote, are underestimated, time codes, chapters, top 50 best indie horror games. I don't know. Like, is there even that many? But like, then people going through, they skip through. Maybe the video doesn't get massive watch time, but people are like 50. Like, there's probably a game on that list I don't know about. So this all happened in a niche that I really am not that educated on from using this search bar with these formulas, right? And so let's do one other niche in regards to this. Let's go evangelism. We are all over the board here. Benjamin, thanks so much for being here. So evangelism, so like best evangelism. Couple things that we see here. Now, I didn't know what would be predicted, but I think the mistake a lot of people make is they get romantic about the video ideas that they want to make. What do I mean romantic? You're making videos for yourself. You're making videos based on your emotions, what you feel. You haven't actually researched and verified interest. And then you're also complaining to me and you're frustrated with the views you're getting. What would happen if you researched before you pressed record and got clear on what people were actually asking for? So interestingly enough is you go best evangelism. Now TV shows on HBO Max, that's not relevant. Best evangelism sermon's interesting. You could get into a fair use aspect of that. Maybe making a compilation of some of the best evangelism sermons, maybe even titling the video best evangelism sermon. Maybe you don't want to go that direction. That's a thought. By the way, that's what the audience is saying they desire. But the one that stood out to me, best street evangelism, you could do highlights of that and people could learn from. You're still accomplishing the same thing, but right there, that nuanced street just changed everything. Because now people are probably wanting to watch that because they're probably wanting to learn some methods, some frameworks, some apologetics, some ways of communicating the gospel, some ways of communicating their faith, or they're entertained by, there could be a lot of reasons, but that's interesting. But the one that stood out to me is best books on evangelism. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and search it. You will want this book for evangelism. Here is one video that is only 1 minute long. That is an ad from an actual book publisher. That is the top ranked video. 5 years ago, someone did 10 books every Christian should read, 13 books that changed my life. But here's what's interesting. The top 5 books in 60 seconds on evangelism. Okay, so there's one. Did pretty good too, by the way. I mean, 3,000 views, but 7 years. Here's what I would say the mistake is here, is all these videos are too short. So I think, not that they're too short, but 2024, make sure you subscribe to this channel, Think Media Podcast, or if you like listening on audio, I've got some banger videos coming with top 7 biggest trends for 2024. Number 1, actually, on the list. High quality, high effort, long form YouTube videos will continue to dominate. Videos will continue to get longer. With video viewership increasing on connected TVs, longer YouTube content is seeing serious success. Podcasts are pushing 1 to 2 hour range, and we're seeing top creators push into the 25 to 30 minute range on videos with higher average view durations, deeper audience connections. Colin and Samir predicted this as well. I saw this happening because I was noticing so many channels. Like, just go look at the result. Like, go look at channels. Look at Mr. Beast videos. Look at that guy that does these videos that always get 1 million views. They always go viral about why your supplements. They're kind of like video essays. Supplements are bad. By the way, ruined my world because I spend $1 zillion on supplements and Johnny Harris. So if you ever seen Johnny Harris, so 29 minutes, his videos are 29 minutes and they're all getting, now these are very difficult videos. And again, this video ruined my life, but or just showed me I was probably wasting a lot of money and probably poisoning myself. But your supplements are a lie. Thanks, Johnny. So, I mean, 21 minutes, 29 minutes. And by the way, of course, this one's just came out. There's too many things to compare on this channel, but let me just make a point that the video that's 11 minutes has a lot less views than the video that is 21. There's a lot of, I know somebody would be like, oh, that's a, you know, kind of, well, but, and it could be topic. People maybe watch the channel. They don't care about the recap. I'm just saying though, that notice the views at, you know, again, here's 13, 1.8, 38 though got 2.1. This one subjective channel. The bottom line is high effort, high quality, long form videos. I would be focusing on that in 2024. And so if we go full circle back to what the research we're talking about should lead you to. Notice a video I just recently did said this book is a cheat code for content creation. And my video about one book was actually a 30-minute video. I read the book, which is a heavy lift that a lot of people don't want to do. I took copious notes. I then synthesized them into a video made for you. Let me know if you watch that video. This book is a cheat code. It's on the laws of communication from Maxwell. And the video's outperforming other videos on the channel. It's rising. And notice too, like even the way that video was positioned was different than what our research is doing here. But nevertheless, we're verifying, okay, do people want to read books on evangelism? What can we learn from the videos that are already out? And that was a long side quest to just say, I think they're too short. I think that if you also spot different formulas, like people saying, I read 117 finance books. Here's the 17 things that really matter. What's fascinating about that formula is nobody wants to read the 117 books. And it's this whole idea that when you save people time, when you get people good information and you are a synthesizer. Anyways, so just a couple thoughts on, you maybe wouldn't have thought we would have gone to street evangelism, books on evangelism when you mentioned your channel was about evangelism. You could have been thinking about something else, which reveals to me that there is massive opportunities that you can't see yet. Like if you ever see somebody who's doing better on YouTube than you are, it's probably because there's something they're doing that you don't know. That's why getting information and learning and being a part of streams like this is huge, because there's whole series of videos or whole clusters of video topics that would be so relevant for your channel. I would even argue they're low-hanging fruit, but sometimes they're maybe hard to see, or sometimes you dishonor it. Sometimes we like have this martyr complex where we're like, I don't want the low-hanging fruit. I want to climb to the top of the tree, get cut up by the branches just to prove, you know, like it's not necessarily the person who puts in the most time or whatever. You might be able to find a quick video like we started this whole stream on, doing like how to set up your woodworking shop, where you're like, I'm going to shoot that right now. Like, thanks, Sean. I'm going to go shoot it. Just shot it on my phone, like stitched it together. Now it's the best performing video on my channel. Not because of a camera, not because of talent, because of the right information, because of the right research tools and applying the information we discover properly. If you enjoyed this content and want to take your YouTube channel to the next level, just click or tap the link on the screen or go to tube1kchallenge.com to join our next live YouTube challenge. You'll learn our best tips and strategies that are working here at Think Media, and I think you'll love it.